So welcome back to Fit from Friday. For the second case for this week, we are going back to the United Kingdom. Specifically, we are going to a city called Luton. I hope that's how you pronounce it. This case, obviously is not as well known over here because, again, like I said, it's over there in the UK. I do apparently have some, I guess, watchers from the UK. So if anybody's heard of this case, or if you knew of anybody involved, would be our victim or killers, because we have multiple in this case, definitely let me know. Sources down below as always. And so with that being said, I'm gonna quit my rambling and let's go and get started. So instead of starting off with our female, like we normally do on this channel, we actually gonna start off with Saul. We don't have a date of birth on him, but of course he is eventually born. He apparently was a father of 6. In 2009, he would get arrested for assault. So apparently he was convicted of assault and having a firearm and was sentenced to only 5 years. He apparently started working as a plasterer. And then I guess in February 2022, after being released from, I guess, the 5-year prison sentence, it didn't say when exactly he was released, but apparently he would get released, and then in February 2022, he would move to a new home. So of course, after being out of prison, he would apparently get like some Rolex watches and started posting on Instagram, I guess in order to like flex that he had money, because obviously Rolex watches are expensive. So then on February 9th of 2022, 35-year-old Supreet Dylan, she would reach out to him after seeing these watches, because obviously she's impressed. So I guess like the intent was obviously to impress women. So apparently it worked because Supreet had contacted him. However, of course, unbeknownst to Saul, Supreet had a plan to rob him. On the fateful day of February 26th, Supreet and Saul were to meet. Apparently, the plan was to meet at his house, because she comes to his house, but she came to his house with her friend Madeo All, who apparently was 21, and remember, she's like 35. So anyway, so I guess Saul was okay with it, because maybe he thought that a threesome was about to possibly happen. So they go to his room. They all start drinking, because, they're all of legal age. So, cool. I guess Madeo was supposed to distract Saul, because it said while he wasn't looking, so I'm assuming his attention was on her. Supreet was putting the drug GHB into his drink. So pretty much get him to like go to sleep, like a sleeping pill, essentially. So then, of course, he goes to sleep. And Supreet will go get a broom that was in Saul's house and go put it basically in the front door, leaving it slightly open. So then Timadeo would then grab a flashlight, presumably from her phone. Didn't specify whether it was from her phone, but it just said like a little flashlight. She then waves it out, and then 2 men by the name of Cleon Brown and Akeem Fear, they come in. So now it's them 4 in the house with Saul passed out, because remember the plan was to rob him. And then it was said within minutes, all 4 of them left. So then Saul, apparently, because there's a camera in his house, he is actually seen to be running naked at the front door, just like chasing after them after he realized that they were robbing him. And so he apparently falls like pretty much at the front door. He is found dead by pretty much his neighbors, and he is said to have died from blood loss. So Cleon, he goes to a gas station the next morning and he cleans out his car, because apparently I guess they used his car as like a getaway car for the crime. And apparently he didn't have shoes on, because the shoes that he was wearing were bloodstained from last night. And then of course I guess police decided to check the messages, or maybe like Saul had told somebody that he was planning on meeting Supreet. So they checked the message between her and him. She gets arrested at her house. She denies any involvement, says, I don't even know Saul. There's obviously messages proving that y'all have at least texted each other. So then, I don't know if I should mention this. Police apparently actually find out that Saul was involved, Saul apparently was involved in what is called a honey trap robbery. So basically a girl seduces a guy and will have another guy or even multiple guys come in and rob the dude. And apparently in that time, Saul was actually the robber, not the one getting robbed. So Timaeo, or however you say her name, basically she gets arrested too after police see that her and Supreet were in contact with each other so close to the murder. So then she obviously denies any involvement and acts like she doesn't even know what's going on. They find the coat that she was wearing the night of the murder, and then of course when asked about this, she refused to speak. And apparently there is video of, not the entire interrogation obviously, but apparently there's video of her interrogation available on the internet, and she pretty much is saying no comment repeatedly. So then police will somehow find out that these women had actually robbed other people in the past using the same method, but I guess of course they didn't die. So then they go talk to basically like the surviving people they had robbed. So then 1 block away from Saul's house, they find CCTV footage of a rented car under Cleon's name, basically trying to tie him from the murder, because again it's only 1 block away from the house. So then, of course, they find him, they arrest him, they search the rented car. He refuses to speak. They check his phone records. They see that he is in contact with someone that had a burner phone. They then go check the records of the burner phone and see that the burner phone and Cleon were both in contact with a woman that Akeem was dating. Because again, we're trying to get everybody that we confirmed was involved, we're trying to get them all. So then one of the men apparently was wearing a jacket from the brand Moncler. And then of course they contact Moncler, like, hey, can you confirm this is like y'all's jacket? And they're like, yeah, it is ours. And apparently only 69 had ever been sold in the United Kingdom. Which may sound like a lot, but apparently they were able to like verify that at least one of these men had owned one of them. So then Sapri confesses that Cleon and Akamir were the two men. Akamir would then confess to his involvement and basically saying he's the one who stabbed Saul, because like I said, he died from blood loss, so that's where the blood loss came in, because apparently he was stabbed. Timadeo was there for at least 4 of them, and that she only did it to feed her kids, because apparently she was like a mother of 2 or 3, because the sources vary. So Akamir would basically testify in court that he basically was trying to get the watch off Saul's arm, because like I said, the Rolexes are very expensive. And he had a sleeping pill, so he was supposed to stay passed out. However, unfortunately, Saul apparently woke up, and naturally you're seeing somebody steal your stuff, so you're going to attack them. And Akamir would apparently stab Saul, hence him running after him naked and dying from the blood loss, like I said. So Akamir, because he's the one who actually stabbed Saul, he gets charged... He gets sentenced to life with a minimum of 25 years. And then the other 3, so Sapri, Timadeo, and Cleon, they all get charged with manslaughter. So Cleon gets 11, Sapri gets 10, and Timadeo gets 7. And then apparently it said the Rolex watches that Saul had actually posted on Instagram were actually said to have been fake. So yeah. Like I said, definitely know if you've heard this case. I guess, not trying to victim shame, but I guess this is another case as to why you shouldn't be posting expensive things on social media, because you never know who exactly is going to come get these things. Definitely be safe out there. With that being said, I cover fatal females 3 times a week. Subscribe for more fatal females. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion.